this is perfect.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Corey, back from the Howell family, and I am. That's what my daughter just brought me. Go place your toys, baby. Okay? Here you go. Thank you. Anyways, guys, today is going to be a little interesting and a little personal. Today is going to be story time. Okay? I've been asked this in the past and now. And I've always been asked, what made me want to become a police officer. And I didn't also get to tell you guys what made me and my wife want to do YouTube. So this story time will be on those two subjects, and I will be explaining everything from top to bottom. So starting off first, I will be explaining what made me want to become a police officer. Well, me personally, I'm a very helpful person. I absolutely love to help people. That's just what I like to do. So I thought about going into nursing, but I was having, little iffy thoughts, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't see myself doing something for the rest of my life if it's iffy. So I'm like, okay, well, what else do I want to do? So I'm like, I would love to become a personal trainer for obese people, for bigger people who have, harder times losing weight, getting that diet right. I'm like, that'd be perfect. So I live in Port Huron, Michigan, and there is a college out here called St. Clair Community College. They didn't have that major for the fitness trainer part, because I wanted to be professional with it, basically, and they didn't have that major. So I was forced to choose something else because I really didn't want to leave home. But it is what it is. So I'm like, okay, becoming a police officer seems dangerous, but it's also something that can be tolerable. So I'm like, hey, why don't I just try this out? So I enrolled myself at this college for criminal justice, and I thought I would just go for 2 years, and then I'll start putting in my applications into places and see where I get placed. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky. Before I end up finishing college, I had about 8 classes to go before I actually graduated with my 2-year degree in criminal justice. I end up having a child, which is Izzy, but that's fine. So I decided, to just stop college just for a little bit, just so I can get 2 jobs, to take care of my family, because my wife was off work for about 8 weeks. So I had to do what I had to do. So I ended up doing that. Now, before I even finished college, I put my application in to become a Michigan State police officer. I heard the process was long and the process was very rigorous and it was hard. But I said, hey, if you want to be the best, you got to train to be the best, right? So I put in my application for them. I was always told by all different people, oh, I wouldn't make it because they're too hard. They only accept certain individuals, or I didn't have what it take. I used all that negative energy and I want to turn it into positive. So, I did exactly what I needed to do. So I ended up putting in my application. I ended up going through with my entire process. It took about 11 months total. It was quite difficult, but we ended up finishing it. And that's how that happened. So I'm still not done with college yet. I still got about 8 to 7 classes left until I get my 2-year degree in criminal justice. What, baby? Sorry, guys. But anyways, yeah, so I do plan on going back and going to finish those 8 classes, and then after I'm done with those classes, I do want to get my bachelor's, so I will be finishing. I just don't know when. So after my process was done, which took about 11 months, as I told you guys, I end up getting accepted to go through the academy, which is about 6 months, and we actually live there. It's about 5 days per week. Starts Sunday, which we would probably be there probably Sunday mornings, which that's how we started off. And then we won't get to leave until Friday night. So we would be with our families, from Friday night into Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, all depending on what time they wanted us to be back, guys, to Lansing, Michigan. So it was about 6 months. So basically about 26 weeks was mine. We were going on week 3, and I ended up jumping up, not down, jumping up a flight of stairs after lunch and ended up fracturing my ankle, which caused me to be injured. Now, during this training, you can only miss so much time, before you're asked to leave, or, you go on like medical leave or something, and you have to return back to the next school. So I said, okay, that's fine. I ended up being injured. I missed so much time. I was asked to come back to the next school, which is in August of 2018, which I will be going through. So, you want to say hi? She want to say hi. You playing with your straws? Okay, baby, go ahead. Daddy, finish this. Anyways, yes, so I left on medical leave after about 3 weeks because of injury. Now, previous to my right ankle, back in 2016, I was playing basketball at the YMCA, and I ended up breaking my ankle and tearing all my tendons and stuff in it, so I had to have surgery in order to fix that. So I've had problems with my right ankle in the past. So that's probably what led to this second injury, but as it says, as the Bible says, everything happens for a reason. You know, I leave it all up to God. Whatever he wants me to do, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You know, he puts the path down and I just go through it. So kind of the way how I grew up kind of, you know, pushed me towards my path on what I wanted to do in life. And what I mean by that is, you know, I grew up with 4 other siblings plus me, which it was 5 of us. And my mom was a single mom, you know, busting her butt off, you know, doing what moms do best, you know, to take care of her family. Hold on, guys. So, you know, my mom did what she had to do, you know, to take care of her 5 children. And I can't thank her enough for that. She was literally the greatest mom someone could absolutely ask for, you know. Just to see a woman do what she did and take care of her kids the best she could is everything that I could ask for. You know, not really growing up with a father kind of made me become a man quicker, you know, in life, you know, at such a young age. And plus, I always, you know, just absolutely loved to help. I always did what I had to do, you know, whether it was shoveling people's yards or, you know, helping elderly people carry, you know, their groceries, you know, to their car. Just seeing, you know, smiles on people's faces is what made me happy. So I knew becoming an officer, I can do 2 things. You know, I can help this world in a good way by locking up bad people and also put smiles on people's faces. You know, knowing that I can go to, you know, a call and being able to help someone is the absolute best feeling in the world, knowing that I did my job that I was trained to do. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to become a police officer. So that pretty much answered the first part of the story time. Now, moving on to the second is why I wanted to do YouTube. Well, to be honest, why me and my wife chose to do YouTube is, for one, we have an absolute beautiful family. You know, me, of course. I'm just kidding. But, you know, my wife, our daughter Izzy, and our second daughter that we have on the way, which would be here August 31st is her due date. She might come after or she might come before. Who knows? Only God knows, right? So secondly, we just love to make people happy. As I mentioned before, you know, people who are having, you know, hard times, or people who just having a bad day or just not feeling right, you know, want to be able to put smiles on people's faces, cheer up people any type of way that we can. So, you know, if we can upload and share, you know, different type of features of our life with the entire world, what more could we ask for, you know? So we just wanted to start, excuse me guys, we wanted to start a family page, and that's exactly what we did, and we've been doing, you know, pretty good with it so far. So, you know, I feel like that's, you know, the 2 biggest reasons on why we wanted to do YouTube. You know, my absolute favorite family to watch on YouTube is the Ace family. You know, if you look at a family and you could say, you know, perfect, you know, even though no one is perfect, but if they could be, that'd be absolute one family. You know, I know things happen off camera that we probably don't see that goes on in their life, but as far as what they show us, you know, they're an absolute great family. You know, me and my wife watch their videos all the time. We look up to them. You know, they're beautiful family. Austin now has 2 daughters. Well, he has one on the way and he has one now, which is L. So I feel his pain, you know what I mean? I hope he see this. So, but yeah, you know, and if we could meet any family on YouTube, that would probably be the family right there, the Ace family. You know, we look up to them. They're absolutely great. inspirational, not just in the US, but all over this entire world. And that's something that we plan on doing. But I also know it takes time, to build a fan base and all of this good stuff, which is fine. Patience lead to success, which is absolutely fine with me. My wife understands that, and so do I. So that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to do YouTube. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I've just been asked those two things in the past and now, so I just want to get those out of the way so you guys know exactly how I feel and why we do what we do. Make sure you like this video, comment, and subscribe. You guys have a beautiful night and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.